everybody, it is Drew White with This Week in LaPorte County, and alongside me is Mike Gresham, play-by-play voice of the Michigan City Wolves on the Michigan City Area Schools Education Channel. And we are at the Wolves Den, and the Wolves Den is ramping up to do what the Wolves Den does best: host postseason basketball. The 115th playing of the Indiana High School Athletic Association Boys Basketball Tournament starts this coming week, and on Tuesday night, action kicks off here when LaPorte will take on Penn at 5:30 and South Bend Riley will take on Mishawaka at 7:30. But Mike, obviously, you being a school board member, you being a voice of the Wolves, it doesn't get much better than postseason basketball here at the Wolves Den.
No, we've got great matchups. We've got great history of amazing players coming through this gym. And no matter who it is, when it is, it's always a lot of fun to see postseason basketball here. 2 years ago, we had two Mr. Basketballs playing against each other. So you never know who's coming in.
Right. But again, this is week one of 3 weekends that will be here at the Wolves Den. Again, coming up this weekend is Class 4A Sectional 3, which does involve Michigan City, who's practicing behind us, and involves the Slicers from LaPorte. And the next weekend, we will host a regional. Again, the way the IHSA postseason works now, there will be 2 games that will be assigned to Michigan City. Not necessarily Class 4A, not necessarily Class 1A. We'll determine that on Sunday after the sectionals are decided. And then for the next weekend, it will be the North Semi-State. Again, the IHSAA will take the semi-state qualifiers, and they will determine whether we will be hosting 1A, 2A, 3A, or 4A. As Mike indicated 2 years ago, we were treated to a show with Flory Badunga and Kokomo and Marcus Burton and Penn showing off their wares here at the Wolves Den. But coming up this week, again, we already stated the Slicers are going to open up against Penn at 5:30 on Tuesday, and that will be followed by Mishawaka and South Bend Riley at 7:30. That leads into Friday when the host Wolves will play the winner of that LaPorte-Penn matchup, and then the other semifinal will be South Bend Adams awaiting the winner of the Cavemen and the Wildcats. The championship will be at 6:30 on Saturday. Obviously, Class 4A is the one that you're obviously most familiar with, but that's Riley comes in probably as a favorite, but the Wolves have shown they can play some really good basketball.
Absolutely.
And the Slicers have kind of overperformed as well this year.
Yeah, so just to start off the top of my head with, the sectional draw, while totally random, is actually pretty fair this year. Riley, who is the team that was the winningest team in the sectional and beat everyone else in the sectional that they played so far, gets a nice draw. They start off with Mishawaka, who's been the least winning team in the sectional so far this year, and then they have South Bend Adams, who's kind of middle of the pack, waiting for the winner of that game. And then on the other side, Penn and Michigan City, kind of the upper echelon along with LaPorte. They will play each other out. And one of those teams will probably get the luck of the draw with South Bend Riley for a Saturday night championship game.
And we want to give you a heads up. We want you to head over, for those Michigan City fans out there, we're going to have Mike and an interview with Wolves head coach Larry Upshaw, and that will be on the Michigan City Athletics Facebook page. So head on over there and check that out as Mike and Larry give you a preview of Class 4A Sectional 3. Real quick, we're going to go over the other sectionals involving county teams. New Prairie will open play on Tuesday at 7 p.m. That is actually 6 p.m. Central Time. They face John Glenn in the Plymouth sectional. They are in the first round game. The winner of that game will ultimately end up with Culver Academy on Friday. The second semifinal over there will be the winner of Mishawaka Marion and Plymouth versus South Bend Washington and South Bend St. Joe.
Yeah, in that sectional, you're probably looking at the championship game being one of the first games played between St. Joe and Marion. Mm-hmm. And Culver a sleeper. Culver's had an up and down season, but with the talent they bring in, they can challenge anybody on any given night.
Most definitely. In North Judson, South Central will play North Judson to open postseason play. That is at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Also in that sectional, Elkhart Christian, Culver Community, Oregon Davis, Triton, Argus, and Trinity Greenlawn. But again, the Satellites open play on Wednesday at 7 p.m., facing off against the host Blue Jays. And in Couts, 3 county teams you will find over there. The first matchup involving a LaPorte County team will be on Wednesday at 5:30. The Marquette Blazers will take on Couts. And in the other semifinal there, a pair of LaPorte County teams, Tri-Township, will face off against Westville. The winners of Couts and Marquette and Tri-Township and Westville, they will face off at 7 o'clock on Friday in the second semifinal over there. That championship game is at 7 o'clock.
And in that one, Marquette comes in. The record 10-12 is very deceptive. They play up all year. They do not play any easy competition. They don't play a lot of small schools, so the 12 losses looks bigger than it is. But again, another game where very well the best game of the entire playoff over there could be that opening round game with Washington Township having a very good year and waiting in the wings.
And again, Marquette, a semi-state finalist last year. We had indicated the first year that we hosted the semi-state here that we had 4A. Last year we had 1A, and the Blazers were able to play in front of the home crowd. Again, we don't know who's going to end up here for the semi-state round, but let's focus on first things first. We want to make sure that head on out to a sectional. Plenty of room here at the Wolves Den. We're expecting an amazing weekend. We will have those for you on IHSATV.org. The Michigan City network will be broadcasting all 5 games from here at the Wolves Den, regardless of who is playing. Mike will be on the call with one Mike Megacy, new member of the 400 Club. So make sure you check that out. The sectional and regional rounds on IHSA TV on the house, so you can make sure that you tune in and check that out. But Mike, I want to thank you for joining us, and again, look for the interview with Mike and Wolves coach Larry Upshaw on the Michigan City Athletics Facebook page. For This Week in LaPorte County, I am Drew White. We will see you next time.